Hello guys, welcome to Legends of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Great Sky Island speedrun on version 1.0.0. The fastest version for this speedrun is version 1.1.1, but I do not have it. So I'm starting from the home menu here because the Nintendo Switch has RAM, which will allow it to store things like the inside of shrines, which will then result for faster loading times the more runs you do. So if I do 8 runs a day, my 8th run will have faster loading times than my first run, and then that basically makes it so where on the last run of the day, I have to do really good. So I'm continuing from the Room of Awakening. And the reason why I do this instead of making a new save is because, like starting from a new game, is because that is what the rules say to do. So you can see my timer on the left side of your screen. Right now it's at negative 1.2 seconds. The reason why it's at negative 1.2 seconds instead of 0 seconds is so I can press the start button and then put my hands on the controller and get ready to start the speedrun. I'm going to start as soon as it starts fading in from black right here. So start spinning forward and spamming A at a certain spot to start picking up the Master Sword. And make sure to hydrate whenever you're doing a speedrun like this. So I'm going to be trying my best to explain all the tricks besides one of the tricks because that trick requires a lot of inputs and it is really fast. So I need now I need to cut down these vines, and the fastest way to do that is to sprint towards them and do forward slashes. And then normally you want to do a forward shield hop, but right there I did not do that. I just did a normal hop. So now I'm going to do the cog skip trick that I was talking about earlier that I will not be explaining. Basically, what I'm doing is I have to do parkour here so I can skip a 24-second cutscene, like 25-second cutscene, and another trick called cog skip. Okay. Now I'm going to do some parkour here. And the reason why I do this is so I can get something called early wings. Early wings will allow me to do a bunch of cool tricks that I will be explaining later whenever I get to them. Cog skip is the only trick I will not be explaining. Now I'm going to go in between this pillar right here and this, and the side of the wall right here, and turn my camera around and climb on here. Do a climb jump right there so I can land up here and sprint up this. Now I'm trying to make the most direct path to that tree up there because there's a chest up there that I need to be getting some wings from. Now these wings will be very helpful for a bunch of strategies that I will be explaining later on. I'm going to split my timer as soon as this wing menu pops up. Then I'm going to be sprinting over here so I can sprint and jump off the edge. The reason why I want to do that is so I can activate a cutscene right here. Now this cutscene is about a minute long. So I'm thinking about making a tutorial for how to do this speedrun. If you guys are interested, you guys can let me know in the comments below. Really, the first thing I want to do before I make the tutorial though is I want to get a personal best that will keep me up at night. Because currently my personal best is in 9th place, but it could very easily get beaten by a bunch of people. So I'm trying to get a better time, so I don't have to worry about that. Essentially, it's because of the second time. But now I'm going to get ready to start diving down, and then I'm going to possibly get my camera ready to The reason why I want to land on a lily pad there is because you saw whenever I went underneath the water, I could not dash. But if I land on a lily pad, I can immediately go into the water, and then I'll be at the top of the water, which will allow me to dash. And dashing in water is very helpful. So there, I was just duplicating my wings using a glitch called sort duplication. Basically, what I do is I go to a spot where I cannot take out my wings, and then I try to take out my wings, and then I press Y and B at the same time to close the menu. Normally, you just need to press D to close the menu, but in Y will sort the menu, and you press Y and B at the same time, and that will do the sort duplication glitch. So spamming B and A to skip this text here. And so Now I'm going to get. Now I just got the pure pad here. The pure pad is not very helpful for speedruns. I only use it like 2 times in the speedruns just to teleport, but it's not very helpful besides that. And now that I know there's going to be no more text, I'm going to start holding left so I can start moving my camera to the left. And aim towards the temple of time here. Sprint off the edge. About right here, I'm going to drop a wing. And I'm going to sprint onto that wing that I just dropped. And that was a strategy that is used a couple times to drop a wing and go onto it. And wings are very fast because they allow you to lose very little height while gaining a lot of distance. Right now I'm up on the front of the wing, which will make me lose more height, but it will make me gain a lot more distance. Distance per second is very important since it's a speedrun. You want to go as fast as you can. So now I'm going to drop a second wing right there. Now I'm going to activate this cutscene. And then as soon as it starts fitting from black right here, I'm going to split. And I think I messed up my second wing placement, but I didn't. Okay, so the reason why I need to place that on the second wing here is so that I can land on it after this cutscene. The reason why I need to land on it after this cutscene is so I can jump off the edge here and void out. Now, wings are not considered safe ground, so the last safe ground I touched was up by the pure pad, so that's where it's going to spawn me. Now I need to sprint over here. And then I'm going to sprint off the edge here and drop a wing and sprint onto the wing, just like I did earlier. Now this wing is going to take me to this cave entrance. But you see that snow over there? The snow means that I'm in a cold area. And in a cold area, every 30 seconds, I'm going to take half a heart of damage. So I have to be very fast in this area. But luckily, inside the cave, it's warm. It's not cold. So, inside this cave, I'm going to be picking up 4 bomb flowers and a shield. The shield and bomb flowers will be very helpful for later on. I'm going to duplicate the bomb flowers using the short duplication glitch later on. And, well, a different version of the short duplication glitch. And the shield is going to be useful for shield. My bombs for the shield will be very OP. So that's the reason why I need my shield. So clicking the 4 bombs now I need to get the shield right over here. Flame emitter shield. Now I'm going to be going over to this route over here to the right. And doing 4 hops and all to get up here. It looks like I fell down, which is fine as long as I don't take cold damage. I have no clue why I fell down there. Okay, there, just did 3 hops, which is fine also. It's not slower, it's not faster. We're technically slightly faster, but there's no consistent way of doing it. So, speedrunners like me don't really care about it. And activating this cutscene right here. Now, since this is my first shrine, I'm going to have to watch a bunch of cutscenes. Because you're not allowed to skip any of the cutscenes in the first shrine. Actually, you're able to skip one of the cutscenes, but that is just this cutscene that's going to play right after this loading zone. And skipping it only saves like 2 seconds. And then there's other cutscenes that skipping it saves like 50 seconds. So, but sadly, you cannot skip it since this is the first shrine. Also, since this is the first shrine, Raru's going to talk to me, and his dialogue is longer than it is for any of the other shrines. He's like, hey, you made it. Good job. Now, here's the thing I was going to give you. On the other shrines, it's just like, here's the thing I'm going to give you. So, now I have the ascend ability. The ascend ability is only going to be used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in the speedrun. So only 6 times, not very often. Most of it is just inside this shrine. So right here, I'm going to sprint right here and ascend. So I'm going to make sure to sprint at myself out of stamina, because stamina, you gain all the stamina whenever you ascend. Another little trick, or something that I don't really like about the ascend ability is, if you press A button, if you have the ascend rune activated, press A button, whenever you're not supposed to ascend, like it's not an area that you can actually ascend above, you have to wait 1 whole second before it will allow you to ascend. Even if it's in a safe ascend location, it'll make you wait 1 whole second. My guess is there was a glitch that was happening where if you try to press if you mash the ascend button, a glitch would happen, and so they just decided to make it so you can't mash it. Now I have to wait through this 50-second cutscene. It's not that bad. But luckily I don't have to sit through it anymore after this shrine. It's the only one I have to wait through. There's one good thing about having to wait through the cutscenes. It gives me time to drink water. Because in a speedrun, you have to stay hydrated. Or just in real life, you should really stay hydrated. If you don't stay hydrated, then that is not good for your body. So now I'm going to get ready to split. The split happens as soon as this box right here goes away. It's right there. I lost about 2.5 seconds on that split right there. But that is just fine because I have plenty of time to make up that time. I have plenty of time to make it back up. Plenty of time. So now Robert is gonna talk to me right here, and I don't really care about what he says. He just says, "Hey, here's a feature that you can use with the pure pad," but it doesn't really matter. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold B, and then get ready to jump. And as soon as right then I jump, the reason why I jump right there is because walking on snow is a lot slower than not walking on snow. And since I was just not walking on snow, jumping will carry my momentum. Since I was walking on on the edge of the shrine or whatever, like the sand thing that the shrines have on the edge, since I was walking on that, my sprinting speed is faster than it is on snow. So I jump to keep that speed. I hope that makes sense. Okay, then that trick that I did with the shield. What I did is I ran to the edge, I pulled out my shield, and then I did a forward shield jump, and immediately after I did the forward shield jump off the edge, I let go of the shield button. Then I opened up my menu as soon as Link started putting away his shield, like the animation for him putting away his shield happened. I went into my menu to drop a wing, drop a stone wing. Ow, that hurt. So I went to the menu to drop a stone wing, and then I did a forward shield jump as soon as I could after that menu closed, and that caused me to land on the shield. I hope that makes sense. So I was losing my train of thought with trying to concentrate on my wing. So now Robert's just going to talk to me and give me the ability Fuse. Fuse is the ability that you use the most in this speedrun. Ultra Hand is only used once. Fuse is used too many times that I don't want to count. And I already counted the Ascend usages. Recall is used 2 to 3 times. Ultra Hand is used 1 to 2 times, depending if you do a strategy. If you're fast enough to do a strategy, or slow enough. But anyways, now I'm just going to sprint forwards and open up the menu and go all the way to the right and destroy fuse material on my shield, drop a bomb, and fuse the bomb to my shield. Then I'm going to go over here and sprint, and then do a sprint right here. Go into the menu, then do the short duplication glitch that I talked about earlier with the wing. Then run over here. Go into the throw menu and jump off the edge and throw a bomb up at this chest. Now I knock the chest down and I can go open the chest up. Yeah, I'm turning it around. And I'm going to go sprint over here where there's a pool of water. And the pool of water will allow me to dupe tons of bombs without them exploding on me. Looks like I did not get the duplication earlier, so I have to dupe some extra times to do it. That's 8. This will be 15. Gotta do a few more. So, there I'm back at the amount of bombs I should have. And I fused one to my shield for use later on in the speedrun. Now, this door takes forever to open up, so I'm just going to be holding right And then as soon as that thing actually starts to move, that's whenever I actually start to sprint. Looks like I ran out of stamina there on accident. That'll be just fine. Now I activate this cutscene, and I'm just going to sprint towards over to a rock I cannot see. It's over to the right, sprint over to this rock. Once I get to this rock, I'm going to throw aim and shoot, do my jump, and then let go of the bomb. And like throw the bomb, not let go of the bomb, let go of the throw button to throw my bomb. Now I can actually skip this 50-second cutscene. No, I'm gonna be at plus 10 after this. So I'm gonna stop my split right there. So plus 8.7 actually, not plus 10. But there we go. And that is the fuse split. So now I gotta do the ultra hand split. The ultra hand split is a pretty hard split. And I have to talk to this construct, which is a little annoying having to do. I think it's like a lot of time. Probably like 50 seconds. I'm just talking to this construct, skipping through dialogue. It's a little annoying. Maybe not 50. And maybe it is because you also have to get through about the same amount of time it takes for this per pad, whatever you want to call it. And so, right here I know it's the last context that the contractor is going to give me. So go ahead and sprint off the edge here and drop a wing midair and land on the wing. Then I curve the wing over to my left. And I'm going to drop a bomb on the wing. Curve the wing over to the left again because the wind is pulling me over to the right. Now I'm going to do a mid-air. And I'm going to do neutral bomb jump and drop a wing mid-air. This is the way of gaining height on wings. You're not gaining height. Technically, you just basically don't lose height. If done properly, you barely gain height. But yeah, so I'm just going to glide on wings. This is why wings are so fast. Speedrun. Because you can just fuse a bomb to your shield, then do a neutral shield jump on top of your wing, and then drop another wing midair. And so it's really OP. So there I walk a little bit more forward, so I have a little bit more forward momentum going into the bomb jump, so I actually land on my wing and not accidentally miss the wing. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull up ascend this thing right here. I'm going to up here. Now, sometimes, the reason why that trick is so hard is because sometimes you will miss the ascent or you're too low, your wing is too low off the ground, and you will miss the ascent, which makes it really annoying. But now I'm going inside the Ultra Hand Shrine. Ultra Hand Shrine has a few pretty cool strats that I'm just going to have you see. And I guess, no, I won't really explain it because they're pretty self-explanatory. Actually, I will explain it a little bit. So whenever you do a shield jump, though, whenever you do a shield jump, if you land on the sloped surface, you will then get more forward momentum. Another cool little glitch that people have found is if Link is facing backwards and he does a sword slash, he will keep his momentum that he has. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a slope using Ultra Hand, and then I'm going to do a bomb jump on that slope, and then I'm going to turn Link around using throwing, and then do a sword slash. That sword slash will then give me the extra momentum I need to cross a big gap. And you'll just see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to sprint forwards here. I'm going to grab this and make it a slope. To my shield jump thing. Throw aim. Sword slash. Just like that. And that is how I jump over that ginormous gap. Normally you're supposed to make 2 bridges, one out of one plank and another one out of the second plank. I mean, I have 2 planks. But there I don't need to do that. Then here I just use a shield jump to cross this gap right here. And man, that is the reason why this shrine is so much fun for me and for many other people as well. Now I'm going to split as soon as this text box goes away. Just like that. Now I'm back in the green or yellow right now because that was a new gold. Why? Because I am doing a few new strategies for that I have never gotten first try. So now Robbert's going to talk to me, telling me to go to the Temple of Time. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop a bomb, fuse the bomb to my shield. So drop a bomb, fuse the bomb to my shield, go to about right here where the slope is on the right side, and make my back of the feet line up with that blue thing, and do a forward shield jump onto like the opposite side of the shrine, and land on a slight slope, which will then give me enough forward momentum to place down a wing midair and land on it. Now making my way up to the Temple of Time. And dropping another bomb into for later use. Opening up this door, which is like a 10-second animation right here. That is not skippable. And then we're just going to sprint forwards and activate this tier. And now I have to wait for pretty long for this right here, for this animation to play. And then there's an animation, then it's going to fade to white. And then there's going to be an animation I can skip, and then it will fade back from white to the actual gameplay. So here I'm pressing plus with my right hand, and the left hand, and X with my right hand, and then skipping the cutscene. I'm spamming those two buttons over and over and over again to get the fastest skip. So now I'm spamming Bine because some menus are going to pop up, and then Raru is going to talk to me. But guess what? I don't care. And now I'm going to, as soon as he stops talking to me, I'm going to go to the left. So he stopped talking to me, next time I'm going to hold to the left. And then do a forward shield jump right there. I accidentally did a neutral shield jump, which is kind of just fine. So I do some extra bombs, just in case. So that those bombs are really very helpful right here. I'm going to skip talking to the statue and go activate this door right here. And instead of, now you're supposed to like hold A and actually try push on the door, but you're not going to be able to. So instead you can just press B and Robert's going to be like, oh man, you tried, good job, good attempt, but you failed. And here's what you need to do. But yeah. So he's then going to show me a location of the last shrine, which is the recall shrine. And then I won't need to talk to Raru again. Besides in the cutscenes, I can skip. So I jump, open up the map. The reason why I jumped before I open up the map is because that allows me to skip an animation. Because the first time you open up your map, Link will play an animation that we don't need to watch. We're just going to skip. So right here, I'm going to be holding to my left. Actually, I'm going to drop a bomb, fuse to my shield, and hold over here to the left, aim right there, do a forward shield jump over here. Now I'm going to the recall shrine. This was the same spot that I was at earlier, and actually, at the very beginning, you couldn't see the recall shrine because I moved my camera, but it was right here. The recall shrine was right here. You're not able to get the recall shrine, though, like actually do the recall shrine, because there was a bunch of safety measures to make sure you don't do the recall shrine first. Even though they also did a bunch of safety measures to make sure you couldn't get to the recall shrine, but just parkour allows you to get there. So now, it's very important here for me to skip this beginning cutscene, because this is a cycle-based shrine, which means I have to be fast. If you're supposed to be fast, so it doesn't really matter. So, I have to go this ramp right here, and sprint and jump onto the raft. I'm going to certain center locations, so I know where to sprint to. Now I'm going to recall those. Then they'll be going at the same. Then they'll be at the same spot always in the door, which normally only opens whenever they line up, and they want you to recall to line them up. Here I'm just spamming X to skip the cutscene. Ugh. And then spamming B to skip this. And a new gold. Wow, I messed it up a whole lot, as you saw earlier, because with the bomb, I messed up the bomb a whole lot. As you saw, I just did neutral bomb jump. Didn't mean to do neutral bomb jump, but bam. I'm gonna sprint forwards now, and go out here. The reason why I need to go out here is because it will allow me to have a faster loading time than if I was just teleport from inside. No clue why, but if you run out here, you just get faster loading time than if you did immediately. Than if you immediately teleported. No clue why. I'm sure some people might be able to figure it out by looking into the game's code, but they haven't figured it out as far as I'm aware. Now I'm gonna do the same stuff that I did earlier to do the wing bomb jump. And And I think I placed down the wing too late, so I'm not going to land on it. But I actually did land on it, so it does not matter. Now I can technically fuse a bomb to my shield while on this wing. But since there's wind over here, it's not very consistent and I often fail it, so I prefer to do it after, like right here. That's whenever I prefer to fuse the bomb. Now again, I'm just going to be running up here. Do the same trick that I did earlier. So this time I'm going to have to talk to the goddess statue up here. So I'm going to install the shield before I do that. Now, the goddess statue has these long animations and the text. It takes a while for it to pop up, or for you to be able to skip it, not for it to pop up. Then I have to watch this animation of him getting the heart container, which in my first playthrough I thought was awesome. I still do think it's awesome, but this is a speedrun, so I gotta go fast, so I just spam B. I think it's awesome just seeing the gloom go out of his body. It's awesome. But I'm going to go say, bring peace to the world, and I'm just going to sprint right past him and jump up here and open up this door. Then I'm going to push A here. And now I got the door open, and I have to wait for this little animation right here. And then there's going to be another cutscene I have to skip by spamming plus and X at the same time. And this is the last time Robert talks to me for the whole speedrun. Now I'm going to go sprint over here. Last thing I'm going to do a jump, and do a shield jump, and land up here. Just a little parkour jump I did there, and now talk here, and bam, time's up. That is a 25:56 speedrun. 25:56. So now I'm just going to skip this cutscene right here. And I'm going to switch my scene over to a screen capture scene. And there we go. You can now see my screen. So if I now go to speedrun.com. Using my favorite web browser, Ripple Search. And go to Tears of the Kingdom. Category extensions. We can see that a 55:56 puts me 5th place. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys would like a tutorial on how to speedrun the Great Sky Island, please let me know in the comments below. Now we'll see you guys later.